Ragweed season in our area. Ragweed affects allergy sufferers and it can aggravate asthma symptoms by coughing, wheezing. You might have tightness in your chest. Dr. David Persse is the chief medical officer for the city of Houston. And he's joining us now to give some advice on how people with asthma and allergies can actually handle this ragweed season a bit better. So good morning, Dr. Persse.
Good morning, Amy. Good to talk to you.
Yeah, I mean, so we'd like to think that most people who know that they are affected by ragweed and allergies would kind of know what's going on. But you always hear people say, I don't know why my eyes are watering. I don't know why I'm sneezing. What can they do right now to reduce their chances, to reduce these symptoms, because they're just sort of annoying?
Yeah, you're so right. So, we've got a lot of folks in the community that deal with asthma and allergies, and we're right now entering the peak ragweed season, and the pollen and mold spores begins in August, peaks September, October. So we're right in the middle of that period. So, the thing is that these spores and this pollen, it gets out in the air and it gets on you. Mm-hmm. And so one of the things you want to do is you want to recognize that it's highest in the morning and towards midday. So if you've got to go outdoors and do things outdoors, you want to minimize doing it then. But then also things that you can do is, you can wear some glasses and a hat, because where it gets into your face, and that's what sort of sets everything off. So sunglasses and a hat will help. When you go inside, you might want to think about changing your clothes. The other thing is, when you take your clothes off, don't just take them off and shake them or anything. Take them off and gently put them into the washing, whatever your basket is for those kind of clothes. And here's another thing. You might want to make sure that, and people don't always think about this, but when you sleep at night, you lay down on that pillow, and if you got the pollen in your hair, you lay in that pillow and you move around at night, it gets all in your face. So you can take a shower before you go to bed at night. That's a great thing to do. And then here's the other thing. If you get that yard work that needs to be done, maybe you can have a family member do it for you, because, the outside, the pollen is ubiquitous. It's everywhere, and it's going to get on you, and you just got to be smarter than the pollen.
Yeah, and those are all very good things. People might not think, if you're not seeing it, you might not realize that, say, you didn't wash your hair last night. That could be a big problem when you lay down to go to bed. How long does ragweed season typically last, and what really helps? Like a good rain?
Well, so when we get those really heavy rains, that will help for about a day or so. It sort of washes out the air. But then, the plants, they're looking to spread their seed, and so they're going to get it out again. You only get a couple of days. So it's like I said, it starts in August and it goes through to the end of October. And depending on the weather that year, we can actually see it sometimes into November.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say how people can keep, other than those are all very good tips on changing your clothes and not shaking them out whenever you get home. But is there any other way to keep the pollen out of our homes? I guess maybe we're talking air filters and things.
Yeah. So, some of the simple things, you want to keep the windows closed and the doors shut as much as possible. So you're going to use your air conditioning, right? And here's another thing people don't always think about. You got to change the filters in your air conditioning. Probably need to do it at least once a month. And if, you're in an area, if you got lots of trees and bushes and where you live, you might want to do it a little bit more frequently if you're dealing with it, but that'll help a lot. When you're driving around town, even though, we're at the time of the year where the weather starts getting better and the temperature starts coming down, you still need to keep your windows rolled up. And again, use your air conditioning. And when you get your oil change, make sure they change the air filters in your car. Here's another thing people don't think about. Your pets go outside, and guess what? They get the pollen on them, and they come in and they run around the house. Try to keep them out of the bedroom, and try to keep them off your bed. Again, they will then basically sort of seed your bed and your pillow, and then at night you're going to get it all into your face. So those are a couple of other little tidbits about how to protect your house.
Yeah, that's very interesting. So then the health department actually provides tips, actually reports, pollen and spore reports that limit their exposure during those days with high levels. How can people see those? Where can they find them?
Yeah, you're right. We report those daily, and you can get them either by going to the website at houstonhealth.org, or we have a phone number that you can call. It's area code 713-247-5846, and there's a recording, and it'll tell you our most recent pollen and mold spore counts, but we report it as low, medium, heavy, or extremely heavy. We got all these fancy scientific numbers. It doesn't make any sense to anybody. So we just report them as low, medium, heavy, or extremely heavy.
Yeah, good information for somebody who might be able to call in and decide if they have the ability to work from home today or wait until they go out until, later in the day, because morning, you said it's high. Is that right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Dr. Persse, we appreciate your help. Thank you so much for your insight.
Thank you for having me.